Greetings, I'm Caffeine Rage, and welcome back to the Sunday Sampler. This week we're taking a look at Slayaway Camp, a horror-themed sliding puzzle. This is made by Blue Wizard Digital Ltd. And I have to say, it's not my cup of tea, but it is very well put together and fits the theme rather nicely. And of course, this is the Sunday Sampler before Halloween, so what better to do than a sliding block puzzle, essentially. Well, you'll see in just a moment. Featuring serial killers killing innocent people at a summer camp. It really has the 80s theme down, right down to the options menu, which we'll dive into. Growing up in the late 80s, early 90s, these type of menus is very familiar to me. And we'll just see the help as well. Well, I'm not playing this as a gamepad, so and it does perfectly fine with just mouse control, which is what I'm using today. But you may notice, sliders. This is where things get a little nuts. Some of these I'm not convinced they do anything, at least this early in the game. Remember, the Quick Look series is a first impressions video, about an hour, a couple hours in usually. And none of the, well, some of these are just audio background, which this one previously had some dogs barking in the background, but this time it doesn't. It may be a chance of it happening, or I'm not exactly certain on what's going on there. But then you get, increase if your hidden surfaces are too malicious, or breast physics enhancement, which you'll see why that may not be doing anything. I'm not 100% certain, but I am frame limiting this to 60 FPS, and it is running rock solid. But then again, I am way above spec for this game. This isn't exactly a powerhouse. So let's take a look at this. I'm in the video store right now. This plays out like 80s slasher games, or slasher movies. You see the first 5 here. In the current version of the game, which is just barely released, only a few days old at this point, there are 10 of these videos. You can see some of these have featuring new deleted scenes. Those are extra levels after the fact that you can go back and play. But let's take a look at other customization before we really dive in, because there is a fair amount, and you'll notice the gold here, which you earn by completing levels, and then there's a bonus kill after the fact, which is quite simply, it's just a click timing thing. You'll probably see it when I go into one of these new ones. But this is the first thing. Every so often, a short cutscene will play, and buying these will unlock extra cutscenes. Movies unlock on their own. Killers unlock as you do movies, or you could buy the well, let's just call it the crane and be done with it, but it is in-game currency, thankfully. And as far as I've found, at least in the first hour and a half in the game, no way to buy that currency. And then there's gore packs, which just shows what extra kills you've unlocked, which I have not the bees and charbroiled, which we may or may not see those, who knows. So let's just go ahead and dive in, and let's do Slayaway Camp 3D. And this should have a cutscene at the very beginning of it.
This time the terror is coming.
If you have your 3D glasses, this is a perfect time for it.
3D. Slayaway Camp 3D. The amusement park.
And we get the evil clown. Oh, perfect timing for that. Well, you can see why I call this essentially a sliding block puzzle, which it plays just like it. So, the amusement park. And this is Slayaway Camp. You have 2 modes. So you have your isometric view, and then you have a top-down view. And the idea of this, actually this is introducing new elements. It looks like it may be introducing mines, which may be linked together. I don't know. This is the first time playing this particular level for me. You control your, well, in this case, clown, but this is customizable, as you saw in the previous menu, by just clicking and holding, and it plays like your typical block puzzle like this, where the character, in this case the clown, will slide all the way until it reaches an obstruction. In this case, the cop, and murder us is it. And you can see I may have turned up the blood a bit. I'll just go back to isometric view. You do see it is, you know, kind of off the game screen, which is a little, but nothing really to complain about, and it just goes away fairly quickly anyway. So we'll just go here, and you can see if you go, oh, there's one of the cutscenes I was talking about. If you slide next to a person, they will run as if your clown was moving as well until they meet an obstruction, which some levels require you to use that, like you just saw here, to get to otherwise inaccessible areas or to trigger chain events like, well, that. So we'll just go ahead and go up here, murder us you, and that unlocks the exit, and we just go right there, and that's the end of the level. And here's this bonus kill I was talking about. I have to time this to get in the kill zone. I do, and I get a little bit of extra coin. I usually get some coin anyway. I haven't had an instance where I don't get coin for this if I missed. I haven't missed that often. It is very, very simple to get that extra kill though. So that is how you get money, which is spent as in the customization shop, landmine maneuver. So, or by clicking here, receive a hint / fast forward. So this is the hint system for the game. So I can pay 25 of the coins or skulls or whatever it is to get a hint for this. I won't do that just now because I don't think I need it just yet. And if that 25 gold hint is not enough, then I can pay 100 to see the level, the solution to the level played in fast forward. So as long as you have the money, you don't really get stuck. But it's not a terribly hard game. So we'll just try to go up here. Boom. Now, we're going to have a problem with this, actually. Because remember, I was talking about how characters slide. So if we go here, we'll just be stuck in a loop here. So this may be a time that we have to see the hint system. Yeah, I'm just... Yeah, let's try that again. We'll just back it up. You could also easily restart the level. It handles very nicely, I should say. Yeah, I'm just thinking about this, actually. I mean, that is the easy one. But the question is, how do we deal with you? If we go here, it'll still kill you, but I... Oh, didn't mean to do that. But the thing is that we don't really have a way to get there. This really demonstrates another element that I was wanting to talk about, is that the puzzles are very simple. I mean, they are just the sliding puzzle. But, oh, that may or may not have been what I need to do. And now I won't be able to get that guy. So, yeah, let's reset, and we'll take the hint and see what's going on here. Don't blow up all the victims. Okay, so that's telling me that this guy needs to be killed the old-fashioned way. And coming from this direction would do it, but the thing is that to get there, we have to do this. Go this way. No, actually, we don't really have a way to do that. This is actually a tricky puzzle. Yeah, let's go ahead and see the full hint system. I didn't want to do this, but... Oh. Yeah, that's one of those times that, you know, you feel a little bit dumb for not seeing it. So we'll just do that. If I toyed around with it, I would have probably figured that on my own, but yeah, recording for YouTube, you know, you have your time limits. So yeah, simple yet tricky puzzles that make you but yeah, makes you think. It's something I enjoy. Well, the fact that it's making you think. I don't really care for this particular type of puzzle, but yeah. Okay, so this is going to be trouble because we're going to have to eventually blow up a mine. We'll try it this way first. I have a feeling this is going to be chasing the victim for quite a while. Okay. Now I just need to get down there, and I think I've got it. Yeah, not exactly the easiest puzzle, but damn, it was fun. And I should also comment on the soundtrack. The soundtrack is very atmospheric and it does well to pay homage to the 80s-esque horror genre. Once again, not something I particularly care for, but the fact that they're able to commit to this theme to this degree, I appreciate. So,
Freeze, scumbag!
I thought there was a divider there. You can see the cast pop up. So let's just go ahead. Yeah, I was assuming that this wall continued on, and you could see how it may have thrown me off just a little bit. I'm not sure if it's showing up in the YouTube video, but that's really on me though. So let's just go ahead and go down here. Whoops. Yeah, overjoyed. That's not going to work. I do have the blood and gore turned up quite a bit. Let's go ahead and turn that down. I see if I can find it in here. Oh. Let's go ahead and turn those down a little bit so we can see the level a bit more. And unfortunately, I think I screwed this up, but you know, screwing up these puzzles, at least for me, it requires a little bit of trial and error just to get my head around them. But once again, this is one of those games that I don't think I would personally enjoy, but I could see people liking. Yeah, we're in kind of a pickle here, aren't we? I mean, we have to go down here. That's the first step. The question is, kill you or go after you? But really trying to think of anything else in particular to say, because there's once again, it's a puzzle game, so there's not a lot to say. It's all about the elements of the puzzle, and while I don't care for this particular type of puzzle, it's put together rather well. And if you are interested in this and want to try it out, they do have a demo of this on Congregate. Congregate.com. It's a simpler version. It doesn't have all the levels. It doesn't have some of the customization features, but it lets you get a taste of what the puzzle is like. So if you want to try it out, and you know, the fact that they have a demo, a version out there in Flash, because this isn't exactly a very hefty game on PC. It's I want to say a few hundred megs at most. It's nice that they actually put a demo out there. Great atmospheric music. I'm just looking at my notes to see if there's anything I'm missing, and I don't see anything that I'm overlooking. Lots of customization, and I think we're pretty much done, actually. So, as we wrap things up, I will say, if you're interested in more of the Sunday Sampler, I wonder if that's actually the solution. Or part of it. Chasing you up there. Oh, there's the charbroiled kill that I got that unlocked. I'm not sure if that's part of it or not. And I'm not good enough at these puzzles to really know if that is or not. Problem is this cop. I'm not going to worry too much about finishing that on screen because we're wrapping things up, really, because there's not a lot more to say. If you're interested in more of the Sunday Sampler or my Let's Play content or the podcast that I do on Fridays, be sure to subscribe because that does help. Getting the subscribers numbers up always feels very nice. And, well, I always appreciate constructive feedback on my stuff. If you have any, leave them in the comments below, and probably some of it may be just, how I'm missing the obvious solution to this puzzle, which, that's always the risk of running a puzzle game on YouTube. You get people in the comments saying, well, you're an idiot, you didn't see this. Well, talking just endlessly and it does take a little bit of concentration, even though I'm not particularly good at it. So, let's see, if you don't really have anything constructive to say, but want to let me know if you liked or even disliked the video, hit the like or dislike buttons on the, just below the video to let me know what you think. And I think that wraps us up for this Sunday Sampler. As always, thank you for watching, and we'll be sampling something, next time. But until then, as the murderous crown goes around killing people. Actually, this is probably at least part of the solution. Ah, there we go. That gets the cop. Yeah, now we figured it out. See, I did figure it out eventually. I'll say, I will see you.
Bloodthirsty.
See you next time.